I got Martin.
No, thanks.
Martin
How are you
showed
doing?
up.
All right.
Thanks for showing up.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How's your flight?
It was a lot easier than I thought. 8 hours wasn't so bad. We went to Chicago first 4 hours, and then 8 hours to here.
Yeah.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
So I liked it. So far, the show is fantastic.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
It's
here.
a really good show.
No, I'm happy to be here. Absolutely.
No,
let me tell you about my tools,
yeah, come
man.
on, tell me about your crown jewels.
Well, these are called DentDials.
Okay.
And I developed them because I really had no way of getting leverage. Sometimes just using a rod, you're always over here trying to find leverage. So I came up with a way to make a tool that has a slot down the middle that when you put it inside of a compartmented area, it creates leverage like no other. It's like basically like a crowbar.
Yeah, that's it.
With an adjustable crutch to it.
Yeah. Yeah, spot on. These have been around for a while, haven't they?
Yeah. I've been testing them for about over 10 years now. So when you bend these tools to get into the different places you have, they won't crack.
So
they won't break over time because it's a special design I came up with where the metal's not going to crack because I designed it in a certain way.
Yeah. So
far, it's the type of tool that adjusts to every situation you're in.
Yeah.
And it creates leverage when there is not leverage.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a couple of things you can look at it in terms of, let's say if we were working on a fender on the tire, I could peel back the liner on the tire, put this on the frame, and then I'm pulling.
Okay,
So that's where it's a lot easier on the body to pull.
You're better and push it.
Or you go the other way, where you take this, put this here, take this, put this here, and now you're on the tire, and now you're leveraging that way.
Nice,
So you can use both sides of it. It's all your imagination, really, as to how you're going to use it.
Yeah.
This is the thicker one.
Thank you.
This is the 24 heavy. I call this like the pit bull of my tools because it's for motorcycle tanks, big jobs on trucks.
So you can get this through the neck of it as well. Right, okay, Nice,
and then
24 heavy.
And then the brother or sister to this one would be the 24 light, which is it's only a quarter of an inch.
I can tell the difference in the weight. Yeah.
Okay. What's great about this one is that it does everything the same, but it does something special where it can slide down the glass.
Yes.
Because being only a quarter of an inch,
that's it.
You can spread the glass.
You don't need to open it up as much either.
Yeah. Well, a quarter of an inch, a little bit past that, so about 5/16 you can spread on double pane glass and you won't break it.
Yeah.
And then when you're up against the glass, the wider the footprint, the less likely.
Because if you've got a bar, it's just more direct, isn't it? Yeah,
exactly. It's a small amount of pressure, whereas this is wider.
Yeah.
So
nice one.
What's great about these is I slide these down Ferraris a lot because I need to get around that upper brace. So that's what I use this one a lot for, is sliding down glass. But it still works in that crowbar position.
Yeah. And
so
you've got a lot of leverage there as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Or you can add a handle to it.
I've seen that. Yeah, put a hub extension on there and then.
That's right.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah.
So you can add any type of leverage you want, really.
Yeah.
And being a slot, you can add anything inside there if you just put a screw through it and add a piece of wood, whatever you want.
Okay, yeah. I've seen you use the wood before.
Yeah. So at some point, pushing out a dent had so much power, I came up too strong. So I started coming up with tips that when they came up, they actually created an impression that doesn't make a pointed mark.
Yeah, so this would be good for like body lines and stuff like that.
Well, this is more walking out a crease.
Yeah, so you could push it out. So
that's right. So you're going to push it out in like a 1 inch linear kind of push instead of making stitches.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This kind of tip this one's called the flat bend tip. And it has a little bit of a curve to it.
Okay.
So let's say if you're working on a dent just above the bumper, inside the trunk.
Only like a
That's 90 degrees.
90 degrees. Okay.
See, so I'm going to get in there and I'm going to hit the corner and not see your point up higher.
So
I made these like a technician would want them. You know what I mean?
Like that, and it goes in the corner like that.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Because that's the
I
thing.
can
It's
see you
like,
thinking.
yeah, it's all about what we need as a technician.
Yeah,
That's what I
definitely,
kept. So being a welder, I thought I'm just going to make it instead of trying to wait for
And
someone
because
to
you're
make
on the job all the time, once you do something and it just doesn't quite work, you go back and
That's
you make
right.
it to work. And
Exactly.
very clever.
And I just believe in that. I don't think that's
Yeah.
something that you can get around. But then there's tips like this. This is called the fingertip
Okay.
because it's got a nice, push mark. But
Yeah.
this is the one to get around the crash beam. Like a crash beam, you could go around it and push on it.
Right.
That's called a fingertip.
Very good.
And then same thing for like
So that's
the
just wide,
lip
yeah,
on
it's
the
the
fender
wide version,
to
yeah.
get around inside that
yeah,
curl.
okay, yeah.
That's what that one's
That's
for.
it, yeah. Yeah, a bit of a difference there. Nice. It looks like they're coated as well. Have you...
I sprayed it with some clear just so it didn't rust.
Right, I get you. Yeah. Excellent.
And I make these all myself.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm the only person that does it.
Oh, that's got a swivel on it as
Yeah.
well.
Because sometimes when you're on the inside of the panel and you're leveraging off of it, see, you want it to where it swivels a little bit so it catches on the frame.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
You're very
that.
welcome.
Thank you for the tour of your stand, and I hope you do really well.
Thank you
And always a
very much.
pleasure to see you as well.
Oh, definitely. Same as for
Thank
you
you.
will.